248, 8 for each bowler. Voss, the winner, now going against the experienced, the veteran, last week's winner, Joe Berardi. This is a Quaker State Open, our second match, head-to-head live from Grand Prairie.
And Chris, as you noted, nobody has ever come from the number 5 position to win this tournament. Voss obviously off to a good start with a 258, has 3 very tough opponents to get through first to defend his title.
A 7 on the left lane.
A hit that the pros usually carry. They come in with that power and that good wrist action, take that 5-pin and throw it over towards the 7-pin. High percentage hit for pro bowlers, not to be, as Brian Voss opens the first frame, second match.
All right. Spare for Voss, who won the first match over Steve Wunderlich, 258 to 248. Joe Berardi, 33 years old, 7 titles, Firestone, Masters, United States Open. Sliding by, and we have a neat one to shoot at. 1, 2, 4, 10. And this is the tip of the week bow that we'll see a little bit later.
The 1, 2, 4, 10. What Joe has to do is get the ball to the left side of the head pin, drive the head pin into the 10. It looks pretty close.
So we start out for Joe Berardi, bow's tip of the week. But for Berardi, it's that thing you don't want, an open frame.
Especially against an opponent who is as cool and red hot as Brian Voss. But a lot of frames to go. Berardi won last week the AC Delco Classic. And when a player has won a previous tournament, Chris, he's always nice and loose. As you see the 4.5 step delivery of Berardi, shoulder high swing. Look at the position of that left hand as he pulls his left shoulder back, his right shoulder through, follow through, and pretty good shot. He just played the lane wrong.
And didn't get a break on the left lane either, leaving the 7-pin. 32nd television appearance for Joe Berardi.
We talked about the 5-pin going in front of the 7-pin, but the ball enters the 1-3 pocket, drives into the 5, just misses the 7, and Berardi just drills it on the spare shot.
What a week he had last week. Coming from the number 3 position, defeating Mark Roth, Pete Weber, and Walter Ray Williams. Now, there's a handful. Voss looking for his 4th title. 5th make it.
Bachelor Brian Voss, really a well-trained professional bowler. Good style.
Okay. Big strike in the second frame for Brian Voss, who is a sports fan, including college basketball.
Now Brian Voss to take a 21-pin lead if he can strike.
I believe that's his 4th 10 on the left lane, something like that.
Correct. The 10-pin has just not fallen for Brian Voss. A couple of them were solid 10s. That time he sent the ball a little bit wide. It failed to break at the proper position on the lane, approximately 45 feet down the lane, 15 feet from the head pin. The result is what we call the half 10. Voss been a little bit shaky on the 10-pin covers, but hasn't missed one yet.
Okay. Now the winner of our second game that you're watching now will go against Mark Roth. Then the tournament leader, a non-winner named Bob Benoit.
Joe Berardi, good all-around athlete, participated in the ABC Sports Superstars program 1982, did very well. Very strong for a thin young man.
That high hit left him the 6-10 on the right lane.
What's happened to Berardi here in the early going is he was a little bit relaxed. I think that victory last week kind of made him not tuned up or not psyched up enough for today's championship round. He has to get his act together and make the adjustment on this lane. There
you see the money winners thus far. This is our 4th telecast, and Emiletta Monticelli who won, and Joe Berardi, who won last week, and Walter Ray Williams, who seems to be a fixture on our telecasts, not this week, but Brian's going to add to his total, as, of course, will Wunderlich.
Bob Benoit has not cashed yet. He's our tournament leader.
Oh, satisfying strike in the fourth frame of the left lane for Joe Berardi, trailing by 13 against Brian Voss. More after this. The gentleman from Oil City, Pennsylvania, who will be presenting the trophy and the check later, Earl Swift, Vice President of Marketing, and his wife Jerry here, and we're glad that they came here the 12th year that Quaker State has sponsored the event. Leading by 13 with a spare up. This is the fourth frame for the first game winner, Brian Voss. The 7, Voss winning the first game 258 to Steve Wunderlich's 248.
The man who caught a lot of good breaks, really, against Steve Wunderlich in the first match, tripping the 4-pin, has made a slight adjustment on the approach to the left to keep his ball a little lighter in the pocket. So far, it hasn't panned out for him. He's left a 7-pin in the first frame, 10 in the third, and once again a 7 in the fourth frame.
Just covered the 7-pin. He told us earlier how he made the final 24, and then a matter of qualifying here for this and all the tournaments.